Good evening, buddy. We'll be switching cameras in a second. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us. Of course I do. I can see everything. No. Would you guys like a camera too? Good evening, everybody. We'll be switching cameras in about 10 seconds or less. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to, of course, Prime Day Deals. Now, guys, we've got a bunch of amazing deals for you again tonight. A bunch of cool products. Of course, if you guys were here for yesterday's day show, we're now doing a night show. Bunch of amazing deals, and thank you, Trevor, buddy. Yeah, I do that on purpose. Like, even when I do the outro, I still have the mic sometimes hot, and I can actually chat with everybody, just in case there's like a final question or something like that. And so I kind of leave it kind of hot so I can kind of, talk to people just in case. Sometimes there's that last lingering question or, intro question. So that's why we do that. Now, with this, guys, we have, of course, Prime Day. And Prime Day means amazing deals for you to be had. First and foremost, you're going to notice the rotating banners. Now, you're going to notice that there's, of course, limited of 500 pieces for a couple of these items. You're also going to notice that we have a banner down below that says 7% off of $2,000 purchases. That's for Jackery products. You're going to also notice that rotating banner down there in the corner that says 2000 V2 for $7.99, 3000 Pro plus 200 watt solar panels for $17.99, and you're going to see the 1000 V2 for $3.99, or $3.79 actually, $3.79 for you guys tonight. With those, we will be sharing those codes for you in chat, so you guys have access to those codes to purchase at any time. Now, like always, I kind of try and start the show off with, of course, products that you guys want to see, but we're going to start these shows off slightly different than some of the others because I'm going to show you guys what comes with the packages. Now, we're going to show you guys the cabling, and we're going to show you guys that some of these come with packets to carry your cabling with. Now, it will vary. So the device you get will vary with the cable you get. Now, they want to make sure that you guys have a charging cable or port of the sort for whatever product you're buying. Now, every product you get will also come with a user manual. Phil, what's up, buddy? What's up, my guy? You know what? If you guys give me 1 second, though, I want to tone this one light down. I'm looking at 100% brightness at like 6500K light right there. That was like crazy bright for me. Now we're going to grab these. So you guys may get a variant of one of these packets, or you may not get a packet at all. If you don't get a packet, it's just going to come with a single cable. Don't be disappointed. The packets are kind of cool, though. Inside these packets, if you guys have, let's say, the original 1000, the original 500, maybe the original 240, you may get a charging cable or a power cable that looks like this. This is a cigarette lighter adapter with, of course, the 7909 plug. It's going to allow you to charge that system inside your motor vehicle RVs, or toy haulers. If you have the 7909 plug adapter station, you may get a variant of a charging cable like this. Looks like an old school laptop charger with that, of course, as well. Now, they do give you guys packets, pamphlets, and stuff to help you walk through it. Of course, this is for the 240 original. But that's just going to show you guys what the plugs are, what your technology is, and stuff inside there. If you don't get this variant, you're going to get a different variation with that. Now, we're going to show you guys this variation right here. This, of course, is a different cabling package. Inside this different cabling package is going to be high bright, high orange, bright viz orange cabling. And I love this cabling. So much so that you guys might get a cigarette lighter adapter that looks that bright. You're not going to lose this cable. Let's go there. If you don't get that one, you may get the 3-prong wall plug charging cable like your PC or your old school ACs. Inside this packet is an adapter piece for, of course, the DC plugs. This is going to be the 7909 adapter to 8020 adapter for, of course, the old school 1000 or the 1500. I can't remember which one it is. But that's that, of course. And you will get, of course, a variation of packages. Like I said, here's the original. This is the 1000 booklet. So different variations for different products. They do want to make sure that you guys have everything of that sort. Yeah. You like that pamphlet? I do too. Definitely have that Jeep life in that pamphlet, of course. Now, if you buy the 5,000 plus, the 1,000 plus, or 2,000 plus, you may get a variation of linking cable like this. Now, this is for the 2,000 plus. This is a very large and very, very powerful cable. This is meant to allow for, of course, the 2,000 plus battery pack to link up to, of course, that station. And you'll get a variation of this. You can make a good jump rope or a necklace if you guys want to walk around with a necklace on. Go ahead and walk around with it. It's a nice, beautiful cable. I mean, you paid for it, might as well use it for everything, right? It's a great option. And this, of course, is for the 2,000 plus. The 1,000 plus has a smaller... you know what? Actually, I have it sitting here. It's got a smaller one. It's just got a smaller variation. So it's not going to work as a... I mean, you guys could still put it on your neck, but it's not as cool. But you guys get variations. You get what I'm getting at, right? Oops. I dropped that a little hard. Now with it, of course, guys, if you spend that beautiful $2,000, you guys can get 7% off. And we got cabling, packages, stations, everything you could ever want. These stations will help you get through those times of needs just for quick emergencies, out camping, straight up wanting to live off of the grid. They got a little bit of something for everybody, and I love that. Now, we are running, of course, some lighting off of one of them. We're running a couple different sets of lights off of those with this. Sheila's here. Everybody leave. Everybody run. Sheila's here. Sheila showed up. Everybody run. We're going to pop over to the table. You guys can see that station. We're going to talk about that 1000 V2 down here. The 1000 V2 is a great little piece. And you guys might see a little bit of wrinkling of the table, and that's because I was just moving cables. But that is the 1000 V2. Now, that 1000 V2 has been running these lights for the last few shows, and that's the way we're going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get up. I'm going to press the button on the screen. We're going to show you guys that it's doing 74% battery. It's running about 30 watts of power, and we still got plenty of lifespan left to run these lights. Amazing. On this, it is 1,070 watt hours of power. Now, with 1,070 watt hours of power, good old Fernando could run his little laptop to run this show if he wanted to, which would be phenomenal. Or he could turn on a light if he needed a light at his desk, because Fernando's sitting here with us, hanging out and helping me run this show. Now, if you guys are like Sheila, you may just want to run your little night light, or maybe you guys want to run inflatable rafts, or you guys want to use the inflatable movie projectors. You guys could do that off of this. 1,070 watt hours of power would do these without an issue, and that's the cool part. Inside this product, you're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. That is like your round cigarette lighter adapter plug, kind of like what I just showed you that would plug into your RV. But this one, of course, plugs into here for like your air mattresses, old school air pumps, your old school fuzz dusters. If you guys know what a fuzz duster is, it's an old school vacuum to clean your cars. You're going to have two USB-C ports. We're using one of those ports right now, and we're actually using the 30-watt port. Below that is a 100-watt USB-C port as well, and an 18-watt USB-A port below that. In the middle is that beautiful display that you guys are seeing showing the battery for it. Now, if you don't see it, of course you should, because it's a nice big old screen. We can zoom in a little farther if you need. On the opposite side, you're going to see a flashlight. That flashlight does multiple modes: standard light brightness, SOS pattern, or high light. I'm going to actually show you guys this by pressing the button. It is this easy to turn the flashlight on, to go brighter, or hit SOS patterns for you. Below that are 3 AC outlets that are individually switched. Those AC outlets are going to do 1500 watts of pure sine wave clean power that's not going to damage your electronics. You can max it at 3000 if you really need to, though. So if you guys need to push a little bit of extra through it, hey, they got you covered with that. Now it's got a UL protection, drop protection, a UL certification, fire retardant shell as well. Now with this device, it is app controlled. So if you have an Android phone or you have an Apple phone, you guys can download it off the stores and you can run this device through that app. Now, if you don't have a phone, you only have a tablet, go ahead and download it on your tablet and run it as well. It's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectable. Now, what's it going to take to charge this device? Well, let's say Trevor's sitting, of course, he needs it charged 2-hour standard quick charging. And that's the cool part about it. You guys can have it charged in standard fast charging, have 1,070 watt hours of power up and ready to, of course, power your gaming systems, your house fans, your Keystone lights. You know what those are? Your lighting gear that I'm using that's glowing my bright white hand. If you need to, though, you can go into the app, switch over Charge Shield 2.0 or emergency charge rate. Hitting that emergency charge rate is going to give you guys a 1-hour charge time for you. So 1 hour, you're up and going, you're done, and of course, you're up there for emergency situations. Rather it be, of course, windstorm coming, maybe a heavy rainstorm, maybe a flash flood. You guys can have it charged waiting for you. That's a cool idea. Now, you guys could also do, let's say, solar charging. If you had 2 of the 200-watt charge or solar panels, it'd be about a 2.5-hour charge time to get you up to about 80 or 90%. Maybe a 2.5 to 3-hour charge time at 100%, depending on the light that you are using. Now, it is only, I think it's like 13 inches long by 8 inches deep by 9 inches tall. It is not that big. At 24 pounds, it's very capable of being carried in pretty much any situation without an issue. You guys could be able to, let's say, I'm going to say, if you're hiking into a campsite, you probably could take this with you. It's 24 pounds. If you guys are just going from your house to your RV, easily done with this. Now, you guys could run Bluetooth speakers, space heaters, drones. You could even do a window AC if you wanted to. About 14 laptop charges with your Mac or your little Chromebooks or notebooks. 20 drone batteries, maybe 10 hours with your standard Starlink. For those Starlink minis, gonna go here, your Starlink mini, about 29 hours of usage time. 12 hours with the heated blanket. Maybe you want to do 14 hours with the mini fridge, or maybe 14 hours to 10 to 14 hours with your TV. It's going to vary with the TV. Can be used as a UPS or uninterruptible power supply at a 20 milliseconds of switchover. 20 milliseconds is nothing. Honestly, you're not even really going to notice that switchover. For those of you that need some white rice to go with dinner, guys, plug in the rice cooker, have it cook for 3 hours. You have 3 hours of rice sitting there nice and warm. The 1000 V2 is coming in at $379 with that discount code that we have for you guys tonight. Use the code 1000live to get it for $379. Now remember, I believe the 1000 V2 still comes with that free gift of the 100 plus. Limited supply though. You do have to add the 100 plus to your cart and it will actually even out at the end. If you don't want the 1000 V2 by itself, hey, don't blame you. I wouldn't want it just by itself. I'd need a friend with it, right? Well, let's get it with the solar panel. That friend is going to be the 200-watt Solar Saga solar panel. That is a large panel. To get that package deal, it's about 49% off today for the Prime Day deal. It's $664. At $664, you got a phenomenal package. It's going to allow you to charge at a great charge rate. If you had two of those panels, you'd have a 2.5 hour to 3 hour charge time. Because you have one of them, you're going to have to double that charge time, unfortunately. Now, a cool idea to use this is I'm going to come over here and show you guys. You guys can use the 1000 V2 to run your Christmas decorations or Halloween decorations. You'll notice I only have 22% battery of this device. It's picking up the wattage. It says about 105 watts, and it's going to give me about 2 hours of runtime is what it was at 22%. Now, it's running 10 inflatable Christmas decorations and approximately 6 to 7 LED light sets, plus some of those, I'm going to say Edison-style bulbs. It's running a string or two of those as well. So phenomenally easily done, can run all of those products for you and do it well. I mean, it does it very, very, very well without an issue. Add solar panels, allow the device to charge during the day, and then let it run your Christmas decorations, your Halloween decorations, your outdoor lighting. My buddy Rusty just bought I believe either the 240 V2 or the 300. And he's using it to light up his gazebo out back of his house, which is a great idea. Because he doesn't want to run an extension cord all the way across his yard. He's using that product to do that. And that's a great idea. To be able to run that device on your lighting without having to plug it in is phenomenal. Add a solar panel and allow it to charge during the day, and then your lights can light up at night. No quirks or issues with that. 1000 V2 by itself, $379, or 1000 V2 with solar panel for $664. You pick and choose what you want, how you want it. You got the perfect deal right there. It's a great option for you. Any questions about that product? Let me check chat. Looks like Phil's going to put the little humans away. Sheila, she's just laying around making us all food. And Trevor, I think he's watching YouTube and gaming. So I don't blame him. For the rest of you guys, unmute, ask questions. We're here to answer the questions throughout this show. If you have or want to see a product during the show at any time, just mention it. We'll talk about it. I don't have a problem shifting gears and talking about products that you guys would like to see with that. Now we're going to move over to the big brother from the 1000 V2, and this is going to be the 2000 V2. Now the 2000 V2 is 43% off today. It's $849 normal price tag, right? $849. You guys can get it for $799. Use that discount code that we have, the 2000 live code, get it for $799. Now, the 2000 V2 is right next door to the 1000 V2. And with this one, I can show you guys the app controlling it. So I can grab my phone, we can swipe up, swipe to the side, we can grab the Jackery app. It's going to say, hey, Jackery, and it's bright orange. It's going to have a couple power stations. We're going to grab that 2000 power station. I'm going to hit flashlight. It's going to come on. I'm going to hit the flashlight brighter. It's going to come on as well. Now with that, I'm going to hit SOS pattern, and we can turn on the SOS pattern if we need to warn somebody that we need help. Or we can turn on an AC plug. You guys can see the AC plug came on, and of course the screen. I can shut the AC plug off. Now what you guys notice is the screen came on for 2 minutes. I can shut the screen off from app control. So I don't have to worry about it. The app will allow me to do that. And the app will, of course, show us the battery percentage, charging temperatures. I think it's like 69 degrees right now, which is great. It'll allow me to switch over to quick charge time. Now with the 2000 V2, you have 2,042 watt hours of power. 2,042 watt hours of power. That's a good amount of power that's going to allow you to get through pretty much a good amount of usage times. Emergency situations, just running your home appliances, powering up your computer, and all of that. I may have missed it, but would this be the best solution for a small 20-foot RV fridge, freezer, AC? How long are you trying to run the fridge, the freezer, and the AC? Because I'm going to gear you towards probably one of the bigger stations for that situation. Probably like the 2,000 plus, maybe the 1,000 plus, or even the 5,000. Now, yes, the 2,000 V2 should be able to run a fridge or a freezer. It's just the amount of runtime that you're going to get off a single device. If you're trying to run it for a long time, yeah, so like the 2000 V2 is not going to get you multiple days of runtime. You're going to have to get like a multiple battery pack system or something like that. Now, they have the 1000 plus that has extra batteries up to 5 kilowatts of power. The 2000 plus has optional batteries as well. 3000 plus, so it also depends on the power that your refrigerator is pulling. So like a standard double door refrigerator usually pulls about 520 watts or so. And that wattage will vary, and I'm going to be 100% honest. And I'm going to actually switch camera views. Your wattage will vary on those refrigerators because your refrigerator does not always stay running constant. It kicks on and off as the temperatures drop and rise, so you may get a longer runtime. But like off a 520 watt refrigerator, you will get approximately on like the 3000 Pro about 5 hours of that runtime. Depending on if you are running at max cold temperature, it's kicked on constantly and all of that. The 2000 plus will give you over 4 hours without a problem. And if you had solar panels or anything else like that, it will give you a longer runtime. But I'm giving you a bare minimum of that runtime. Everything varies with your system. Like I don't actually know the power wattage that your RV fridge / freezer runs. Now I know like an RV AC, some of those are about 1,000 watts of power. So your runtimes will vary most definitely with that. If you added, let's say, solar panels to the roof of your RV, you could link that with this system and it will charge during the day and help you run longer. But with that being said, your solar capabilities will work against you if you're pulling more power out of the system than you're putting in. So it really just depends. For your like really, really long run times, and I can kind of show you, if you want a super long run time, it's going to be the 5,000 plus by itself. Yeah. So yeah, no problem. Like that's why I'm trying to give you your best options. But definitely, I would say like the 2,000 plus, 1,000 plus, or that 5,000 I was just showing you is going to give you your longest runtime, and that's because all of those can add extra batteries. And with the extra batteries, you're going to be able to do a lot more. But definitely, I mean, don't get me wrong, that 2000 V2 will run those products without an issue. It's just the runtime, and that's why I asked how long you wanted it to run. Oh, no problem, Lori. Yeah, that's why we're here to answer those. Now, the 2000 V2, like I said, it's a great price point, $799 tonight. Yeah, so yeah, let me show you real quick. Your expandability is going to be like that one right there. That's the 2000 plus sitting there with a battery on top of it. It can have 5 batteries. With that, it's got, of course, 5 AC plugs. One's a NEMA plug. It's a 120 volt system though. So 120 volts is what those are going to pull. They can pull about 3,000 watts through those plugs, 6,000 max, but it can add batteries. And I mean, you can have 5 batteries on the system itself. It can take 6 solar panels on the system itself. It can also have 6 solar panels per battery. And that's a great product to be had. If you're looking for a size comparison, the 1000 plus is that variation up top there on that top stack. It's those two pieces. That can have up to 5 batteries or up to 3 batteries total. It's 5 kilowatts of power. It allows for 2,000 watts to be pulled through the AC outlets, but it can go to, I think it's like 4,000 max if you really needed to up that. Minimum 6 solar panels with that one though, but it can, of course, you can connect up to it. The bigger variation with the systems would be like the 5,000, and this is a larger system, but this can have 5 batteries with this one. It's going to give you 30 kilowatts of power, and at 30 kilowatts of power, this will give you your longest option of runtime with the extra batteries, but it also has the most versatility of the system as well. It's got the 4 AC outlets on the front that do 7,200 watts. It's got 2 NEMA style plugs on the side that do 120 and 240. It's a NEMA 14-30 and a NEMA 14-50. Now the cool part about this one is with the NEMA plugs, you can also connect it up to the TT330, I think it is, plug for your RV, and you can actually plug into your RV plug instead to run your circuits off of your RV through this one, which is a great idea. Also, 4 ways of charging off of this. You can charge through the smart transfer station at your home. You could do low power solar array, which was like 1,200 watts of power. It can also run off of high power solar array at 4,000 watts. And then, of course, you can also do, like, let's say, your wall charging capability, your standard 3-prong wall plug. And it will charge at about 1,800 watts with that. Your charge times will vary. So, like, the smart transfer station and your large power solar array will charge it under 2 hours. Your low power solar array is going to be about 3.5. No, low power solar array is 5 hours, and then your wall plug will be about 3.5 hours. So you have a variations of those with this, which is great. So 5,000 would be your most expandable, most upgradable and usable piece. But the 2,000 plus is just as good. It just doesn't have 120, 240, and all the extras with it. So hopefully that kind of explained what you needed. Yeah, expandability is really, really nice. Now, the 2000 V2 is a great one. I mean, it can run. Of course, like let's say a 200-watt desktop PC for over 12 hours with that, which is great. You could do, much, much more with it. Your charge time on this is going to be about 2 hours standard quick charging mode. If you need emergency charging situation, it's going to be a 1 hour charge rate with this. 2,200 watts through the 3 AC outlets. Those AC outlets can peak at 4,400 if you need to. Again, has 2 USB-C ports, 30 watt, 100 watt USB-C port, and then it's got the 18 watt USB-A port. 12 volt 10 amp DC plug, plus, of course, that flashlight that we were showing you. This device weighs about 39 pounds, kind of portable, easily accessible to be taken with you. Again, UPS supply, so you guys can use it as an uninterruptible power supply at 20 milliseconds of runtime with that. What you could also expect from this is it's got what's called cell-to-body technology, which is the way they designed it to hold the batteries. It made it smaller. So this device, the 2000 V2, has the same battery capacity as the 2000 Plus. So 2,042 watt hours of power between those two devices. Size comparison, it definitely shrunk quite a bit for you. It just doesn't have the extras like the expandable battery. If you want to run, let's say, a shop vac outside, like 2.5 hours with the shop vac, 2.5 hours with the tree trimmer. You guys could also do, let's say, 8 hours with an electric drill, 20 hours with an air pump. You could do, I'm going to say, up to about 72 hours with the mini fridges. And I'm going to go here. You guys, like I said, fridges are one of those things you can calculate to a point, but you can't calculate completely. If you are looking for a calculation guide to calculate the power to your needs, Jackery has that over on their pages. So you guys can input the power you need, and it'll tell you how long it will run without being solar charged, which is kind of cool. 100-watt refrigerator. So if you guys are using like a 100-watt refrigerator, it can run about 17 hours off of this device. So about 17 hours with a 100-watt refrigerator. The larger ones, of course, are going to take more power, so less runtime with that. 150-watt water pump, that's going to be like your sump pumps. About 11 and a half hours runtime. Your microwaves, maybe an hour and a half-ish with that, depending on if you guys have like the 2,000-watt microwave. That's the big microwave like I have in my house. You're going to get about an hour and a half. If you have the smaller ones, expect a longer runtime. You're muted. No, I'm not. I can't believe you muted me, Sheila. Oh. So it's an awesome option, and you guys can get it at a great price point. I mean, $779 is a phenomenal price point. Just use 2000 live at checkout to get it at $799. Phenomenal. If you want the 2000 V2 option with solar panels, and I always recommend getting a station with solar panels. It's going to cost you a little bit more, but it is still definitely on sale. Now, normally $2,500. You're going to get it for like $1,300. So you're going to get the 2000 V2, and you're going to get 2 of the 200-watt solar panels. By having those panels, you guys are almost all the way there to a 2.5 hour charge time. By having 6 of the 200-watt panels, you have a quick charge time with this system. So phenomenally well done. I love the 2000 V2. It's a great addition to the package lineup that they've created. I'm laughing at Sheila. She muted me because she's got the little kiddos over. For those of you that want a larger station that's going to give you a little bit more usage and have a bigger battery capacity, you could go into the 3000 series. And we have the 3000 Pro for you. And it literally is identical housing as the 2000 Plus. Just the difference is it's what's called a standalone system. Now, standalone isn't a bad thing. And I'm going to go here. Standalone is definitely not a bad thing because you have a large battery and a lot of different plugs on this. Now, I think the price tag's $18.99, 50% off. With that code I just shared, you guys can get it for $17.99. So you're going to save yourself a few more bucks with this. This device is 64 pounds, though, so do know it weighs a little bit. And at 64 pounds, they made sure that you are not in a bad way because they added wheels to it. So you have 2 large 3-inch wheels on this device. That's going to make it look semi like a suitcase when you're rolling it around. It's got 2 orange handles on the side if you need to deadlift it, or it's got the telescopic aluminum handle that hides inside the housing. That will actually telescope, hide away, and allow you to tip it and roll it across pretty much most surfaces. Now, at 64 pounds, it is definitely one of the, it's up there. It's one of the heavier ones, but I love that they added the wheels and, of course, the handle so you guys can roll it. It's a great option. With the 3,024 watt hours of power that this actually packs, it can be charged in 2.5 hours on the wall plug. Now, 2.5 hours is a decently quick charge time for a system of this size, which is phenomenal. What did you miss? You missed Sheila muting us, Phil. Sheila muted us. She said the little ones were over, so she just didn't want to hear me talk. You missed a few stations, buddy. Now, we're back onto this. This is a cool one. I like this. Yeah, so, you get 2 solar panels in this package deal. I mean, this package is normally like a $4,000 price tag. 53% off. But then if you use our discount code, you're getting it for $17.99. So you're going to save another $100 with that. And $17.99, you're getting a large station and 2 solar panels. And it's the 200-watt solar panels, which is phenomenal. It's 400 watts of charge rate. If you had 6 of those panels, you could have this charged in about 3.5 hours. And the cool part is this kit is because it's over 3,000 kilowatts, you guys can actually reach out to your electric company or the federal government, sign up or see if you qualify for the residential green energy credit program. And that's kind of cool that it has that option. So really, really cool little thing with this one. Your charge times, like I said, 2.5 hours standard while charging. 6 solar panels will give you a 3.5 hour charge time with this, which isn't bad for the amount of power that this device packs. With the 5 AC outlets, you have 4 standard AC plugs that do, of course, 3,000 watts of pure sine wave. Above that is going to be your NEMA style plug. Again, 3,000 watts of pure sine wave. All 5 of those plugs can peak at 6,000 if you really need to. On the side where that little round light is, there's 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and a 12-volt, 10-amp DC plug hidden over there. And we can bring you guys in definitely closer without a problem. Those plugs are all individually switched. Again, still has that nice display and app control. So if you guys want to control all of these plugs, the app is there for you. You don't have to get up off your couch. You don't have to get up off of your sleeping bag if you're in camping or vice versa. Hit the app, shut the plug off, or turn the plug on. Just by that. Now, multiple connections, multiple ports, and a great usage. 30 decibels of noise level, so very, very quiet. It is quieter than my house when no one's talking. Now, with that being said, you have a lot of different devices that can be ran off of this. 520 watt refrigerator, like your standard double door refrigerator with ice machine, should get you about 5 hours of runtime with the ice machine running. Hey, that's a decent runtime with that. Add solar panels, allow it to charge while you're using it, and of course you're might get a longer runtime. If you don't have the ice machine and your fridge takes less power, you're going to get a longer runtime. The 1150 watt or 10,000 BTU window ACs, 3 hours of runtime off of this device. 60 watt flat screen TV, that's going to be like your 55-inch TVs. About 35 hours of runtime off of this. This device can run in -4-degree weather, so you don't have a problem. 12 forms of protection, 9 temperature sensors, intelligent battery management systems built in with those forms of protection. The battery management system is going to protect those batteries and give you a good charge rate. It's going to determine what power should be pulled in and out of all of these ports. And it's going to keep it doing it well. You guys could run, let's say, a 5,800 watt MIG welder for about an hour off of this device if you really wanted to, which is crazy. You could run a 600 watt angle grinder for 6 hours. You could do, I'm going to say maybe 2 hours with the chainsaw, and that's crazy. If you guys want to do chainsaw, hey, go ahead. 101 cell phone charges. 2.5 hours with your electric grill. Maybe 70 drone batteries. The 1150 watt window AC is just standard for most. 21 hours with the movie projector. Let's say backyard party. Everybody's over. You guys want to put the movie projector out and have fun. 21 hours of runtime with that 100 watt movie projector. 43 hours with the 60 watt car refrigerator. 43 hours is crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Very, very large usages for you with this device. And it's a phenomenal product. $17.99 would be your final price with our discount code. If you don't use that discount code, you're getting it at $18.99, 53% savings. Now, we also have the kit that we were kind of just talking about right next door, and that's going to be the 4000 kit. So the 4000 kit is a phenomenal kit. It's going to come with a battery, it's going to have the power station, and it's going to come with 2 of those solar panels, the 200 watt panels. This station is normally like a $5,000 price tag, right? So normally a $5,000 price tag. You guys can get it for, I think it's $24.99 today. $2,499. Now, that's a crazy price point. You're getting the power station, the battery, and of course those beautiful solar panels. This is over 4,000 watts of power between the 2 pieces. Now, 4,085 watt hours of power with the 2 pieces. 2,042 watt hours of power by the station itself. The station can be fully charged in 2 hours of time on a wall plug. Great idea. If you had 6 of the 200-watt solar panels, 2 hours is your charge time. The station itself can have 6 panels. The battery can have 6 panels. You don't have to have 6 panels on both, but you can, and that's the cool part about it. Linking cable is there, digital displays on both pieces. 5 AC outlets that do 3,000 watts of pure sound wave power can peak at 6,000 for you. 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max charging, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging, and of course the 12-volt 10-amp plug hidden behind it. Running devices can still be done at 30 decibels of noise, 20 milliseconds of switchover, and of course long usages. For the 500 watt to 520 refrigerators, 7 to 8 hours of runtime at a minimum at max run, right? You guys can do 1160 watt microwave, of course, off of this 2000 watt microwave. It can be done. Don't worry about it. 2 hours with, of course, 2000 watt AC. Now, 2000 watt AC is a crazily large AC. Most of us don't use those. We have the 1150 watt window ACs. With that 2000 watts of draw, you might get a little under 2 hours of runtime ish with that. You will get 24 hours with the 200 watt desktop PC. You should get over 200 hours with, of course, a CPAP machine for those of you that need it. You could do 3 to 4 hours with a microwave. That's like 1,000, I'm going to not go there. It's just one of them things. For the 520 watt refrigerator to, of course, the 500 we already talked about. You can do coffee makers, chainsaws. You could do hair dryers. You could do 100 watt movie projector over 28 hours. Tea kettles, popcorn machines. Let's say you guys want to just use the electric smoker out back. Go ahead and plug it in, do it. Backyard barbecue, everybody wants a frozen drink because it's summer. 10 hours with that blender, don't worry about it. The variations will vary with this. The 4000 kit is a phenomenally beautiful kit. And the kit, of course, again, unlocks that 30% tax credit. So you guys can reach out to the Residential Clean Energy Credit Program, sign up for it. They'll ask for like receipts and commentary and some stuff like that. And then they'll tell you what you guys qualify for, which is cool. I love that option. Great price point, too. That's a phenomenal price point right there. Any questions about the 4000 kit? Go ahead and ask. We're here to answer. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. I really thought I grabbed cold water, but this water is hot. It is hot, man. We showed you guys some of the can it recharge and EV. No, not that I know of. Not the 4000. The 5000 can. The EV plugs are a little bit different. I think the EV plugs are, or I can't remember what they are. You should know what they are, buddy. You tell me. Can it charge an EV? I honestly I don't know. Can it recharge an EV car? I don't know. I know that you can kind of do an EV car off of the 5000. So the 5000 has the capability of doing that. The 2000, I'm not really sure. Good question. I'm sure Fernando could check it out for us if we really needed to. Yeah, depending on the available ports. Like the 5000 Plus has the NEMA 14-30 and the NEMA 14-50. And you can get that with, of course, the adapter. So when you adapt it down, then yeah, you could definitely do something like that. The 5000 also can go up to 60 kilowatts of power if you really needed to. So, and your EV car, man, that's a lot of power in an EV car, man. We are going to talk about a little bit smaller station. It's still a great station nonetheless, and it's going to come in at a beautiful $284. We're going to talk about the 500. Now, we're going to move to the table. We're going to move to the side. You're going to see, of course, my weird looking couch cover that needs, of course, replaced again. But it's definitely wrinkled too. And I cleaned it. That is the Jackery Explorer 500. Now, $284 is what you're coming in at the price point with this. It is a 13-pound power station. 13 pounds. That's it. That's lightweight. Most people can carry that without a problem. With it, you're going to get 518 watt hours of power. 518 watt hours of power that, of course, has multiple ports of connection. You're going to have that 3-prong AC outlet that's going to do 500 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 1,000 if you truly needed to. Now, you're also going to get 3 USB-A ports. Now, those USB-A ports are going to do well for you guys if you need that sort of product. Now, USB-A, 5-volt, 2.4 amps of beautiful power through those plugs. You're going to get a DC output port. Now, the DC output port is going to be an 8.2 millimeter plug. That's your 7909 plug. All right, just going there. Below that are 3 DC input ports. 2 of those are 6.2s, and then you're going to have that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter adapter style plug. To fully charge this device, it's going to take about 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours isn't really a super long time for most charging needs. I, of course, add a 100-watt solar panel and allow it to charge at that same charge rate, which is great. Now, with the device, you have 3 different ways of charging it. 5.5 hours on a wall plug. You guys could do, let's say, 5.5 hours on a cigarette car lighter in your car. You could do 7.5 hours with a 100-watt solar panel if you want to, and that's your variations. You could run a 9 hours with the mini cooler, 7 hours with the TV, 30 hours with the laptop. If you guys want to run that 15-watt Wi-Fi router multiple days without an issue. You could even do 50 minutes with the blender, or of course, 4 hours with the heated blanket. For the CPAP users, you should get about 9 hours of runtime with the heated mask. Without the heated mask, you're going to get a little bit longer of runtime, which is great. The variations is, guys, it is a 13-pound power station with a fixed handle. Now, $284 is a phenomenal price point to be had. That's a 43% savings. It does have that beautiful, beautiful flashlight on the side. Now, I misspoke the size of those plugs. The top plug's an 8 millimeter, and I believe the bottom plugs are 6.5 millimeters. The 6.5 by 1.4 technically. So I do sorry about misspeaking for that. Now, Fernando just said, you guys can get a free 102 watt fast charger is available for this. Oh, did the other systems went out? Did they get rid of those other systems already? Man, I need to change the banners. 102 watt fast charger, guys, with this device, which is a phenomenally cool product. I like that. 102 watt charger. Phenomenal. The 1000 V2 comes with an option of the 100 plus. The 2000 V2, I believe, comes with the option of the E290. They are all limited to 500 pieces, guys. Once those 500 pieces are gone, hey, that's it. 500 is a beautiful little power station by itself. It is a great product. Now, you can get it with a 100-watt solar panel as a package deal. Now, that's going to be $455. $455 with a beautiful bifacial solar panel. And the panel is going to be this panel right here. So, this is your option of that panel. It's bifacial, charges from both sides. Fully waterproof, water resistant. And you're looking at it probably thinking this is small. It's not really small. It's just folded up, guys. It is a quad panel. It is probably 50 inches long without an issue. And the cool part is if you snap it open, you guys can kind of get a gist of the panel that comes with it and the size of this panel. So it is a nice, large panel that's going to come in the 500 kit. But it comes with, of course, that beautiful, beautiful power station. 500 is a great product. It still stands the test of time. Now, we get questions, and I'm going to answer these questions. And these are important questions to be answered for those of you that are watching and listening. We get the questions of how long can these power stations hold the power? The 100 plus gifts. Oh, hey, yeah. Like I said, they go quick, guys. So the 100 pluses have been claimed. There are no more of the 100 pluses. Thank you, Fernando. Now, like I was saying, how long can you leave these power stations fully charged? Now, I'm going to go here. They're a lithium battery cell. So technically, you guys could fully charge these and let them sit for over 12 months and come back to it, and they will have a charge. It's going to stay charged. It's a lithium cell. You're good. Now, the variation of that is if you put it in a really cold area, it may drain a little bit of that battery. Now, here's where I'm going to always warn you. They're lithium cells, everybody. To keep them, I would suggest retendering them, which is called charging them, every 2.5 to 3 months. By doing that, you're going to keep the cells to their max capacity, which means you're going to keep them fresh for a longer period of time, which is always great. The 2000 V2 still has some of the E290s, guys, so if you want them, check the 2000 V2 out and get that free gift of the E290. So you still have that option. And the 500 still has the 102 watt power bricks. And I'm going to have that fast charger here in about a week or so, I think. Which is going to be cool because I have not messed with it and I've been looking around to play with it. So 500, guys, is an amazing product. If you're looking for something like that, definitely check those out. Now, I'm going to move back over here because I want to show you guys a flashlight on it. If I turn this, you're going to notice flashlight comes on, standard light mode, and if I hold it down, SOS pattern. So we have that. On the front, it still has a display. It's just a different colored. It's got, of course, different coloration and pattern, but still very visible, very easily readable. Still all individually switched, so if I want to turn it on and off, I can hit the plugs, shut the switches on, shut the switches off. And another great thing about all of these power stations, every last one of them, has this amazing silicone pads on the bottom. And these pads are great if you guys want to set them on, like, you know, your glass countertops, your glass tables, your marble countertops, the hood of your car, your truck, your Jeep. It's not going to allow for it to damage or mar up the surfaces. It's a nice, soft material. The only downfall of that is if you guys have, like, let's say sand laying on it, little chunks of gravel, it will, of course, kind of, you know, scrape that in there. So I love that they added that. Great little option. Any questions about the 500? Definitely ask. Phil said, be right back. Okay, Phil. So behind me is the 2000 plus, which is about 2042 watt hours of power. That's going to be the very large one over there with the battery. The battery is going to make it about 4,085 watts together. Down below is going to be the 1000 V2, which is 1,070 watt hours of power, which is a phenomenal product. That's actually coming in at under $400 tonight, which is great. Next to it is, of course, the 2000 V2. That's a little over 2,042 watt hours of power in a phenomenal little product right there. Beside that is the 500, which is 518 watt hours of power, which is a great option for those of you that want a portable power station that's about 13 pounds. Now, beside that is the 2000 plus, which is that larger one, is the 3000 Pro. Now, the 3000 Pro is 3,024 watt hours of power, standalone system, no extra batteries. But both of those have about 5 AC outlets on those two on the table behind it. 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power through those, about 6,000 max. And above the 3,000 is the 1,000 plus. Now, the 1,000 plus is over 1,000 watts by itself. It's 1,100 and something watts of power through it. It can have batteries, so you guys can extend it out there. With 3 batteries, you have 5 kilowatts of power with that one, which are all very, very phenomenally well done systems. I have 3 more laying here on the ground: the 300 plus, the 300 original, the 240 V2, and then the one you are not seeing is the largest system that they have. This is the 5000 plus. Now, the 5000 plus is their largest one. It's got over 5,000 watt hours of power. It's got, of course, 6 AC outlets, dual USB-C ports, dual USB-A ports, 4 ways of charging capability, smart transfer station. If you guys want to hook it up to your house, it can do that. High power solar array, like 4,000 watts of solar. It can also do low power solar array, which is going to be like your 80/20 adapter plugs through like the 500x, 200 or 100 watt solar panels at 1200 watts. It can also do 3-prong wall charging as well at 1800 watts. And then it has expandability with batteries. So you guys can add 5 batteries to this to give you 30 kilowatts of power. If you want to link a second 5000 plus with this, you can have up to about 10 batteries with that as well, which is kind of cool with this one. And the wattage is great. Now, sizing, this is about 132 pounds. So it does weigh a little bit. The 2 large ones on the table back here are about 64 to 63 pounds between the 2 of those. The batteries, again, will weigh you a little bit with that. Now, the 2000 plus can link with the second 2000 plus if you need to, which means you can have 10 batteries total to have 24 kilowatts of power. By itself, with 5 batteries, is about 12 kilowatts of power as well. Could I plug it? Yes, you can plug your AC into that. So the 5000 plus has NEMA plugs as well. So this one has NEMA style plugs, 14-30, 14-50. So technically, you can plug your house dryer into this. You can plug in your central AC into this or your window ACs. This will do 120 and 240 volt plugs through the NEMA style plugs, and it's dual direction. So for those of you that have RVs or campers, you guys can get the adapter, the 14-30 or 14-50 with the T330, I think it's called, or something like that, adapter. So you guys can run your motorhomes or RVs through that. So you can run the circuits that are already pre-built by plugging straight into this system. The larger ones all have handles, so you guys can actually pull the handles up, set it, tip it, roll it around. The larger ones also have wheels on the side, so you guys can actually roll those as well. So the wheels are going to look like that. So you have large 3-inch wheels. The difference is the 5000, which I was just kind of showing you here, has casters on the front that lock in place. So that's your variations of the systems I have sitting there. If there's any other questions, Mike, please ask. We are always willing to jump back and forth with stations. So the differences between the 2000 V2 and the 3000. Let's see. Sounds like. Yeah, so the 1000 plus is a beautiful piece, and I will answer I will answer the other question in a second. The 2000 V2 versus the 3000. The 1000 plus is a great one. It's smaller sizing, but it can have 3 batteries, 5 kilowatts of power. It's more compact in size, which will work great for a lot of situations. It's just you're limited to, of course, the 3 AC outlets on the front. 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, plus the connectability. If you need more connections, you can definitely use an extension cord if you need to. You're limited to about 2000 watts through those plugs. The difference between the 2000 V2 and, of course, the 3000 Pro is about 20 pounds in weight and about over 1,000 watt hours of power between the two. Now, the 2000 V2 is definitely a smaller product, but it's also, again, limited to 3 plugs compared to the 3000, which has the 5 plugs. So with the 3000, which is the device right here, that's the 3000 Pro. It's got 5 AC outlets. Those 5 AC outlets do 3000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6000. It's a 2.5 hour charge time on a wall plug, about 3.5 hours with solar panels. As where if you're going down to the 2000 V2, you have the 3 AC outlets on the front that do 2200 watts, peak sine or pure sine wave, 4400 max. Also, this is a 2-hour charging time on this one, standard fast charging, but it has the technology of Charge Shield 2.0, which will allow you to charge it in a 1 hour time. So the 3000 Pro will run a regular size fridge. So will the 2000 V2. They will both run a regular 520-watt refrigerator. No problem. Your run times will vary between the two different devices. The 3000 will definitely give you more options and more compatibility of the devices you could plug into it. So, like the 3000 Pro can give you 3000 watts of pure sine wave, which means no no spikes, no dips, no peaks. It's clean power all the way through. You can go to 6000, which means you guys technically can go out to your garage, plug your welder into it, and you can run a welder off of it. So just different variations of the pieces. And if you want pure raw power, the 5000 plus is going to be your beast. At 7200 watts of pure sine wave, 14,400 max between two systems. It's a large system. So hopefully that kind of answered your question. Yeah, no problem, Mike. I mean, yeah, definitely the 1000 plus is a great deal. And we have the 1000 plus in the carousel tonight with two of their newer solar panels. It's going to be the 100-watt minis. I believe the price point on that is, I think it's like $1,500. So you're going to get the 1000 plus, which has the options of having extra batteries, and two of their brand new solar panels. I don't even have these panels yet. So I haven't even messed with the 100-watt minis. I will be getting them soon, so we'll have more hands-on time with that. But it's a great package deal, for sure. If you're looking for portable, small, and mini, we have like the 3000 plus. Now, the 3000 plus is going to be a great option for those of you that want just a handheld device that weighs less than 9 pounds. Go on there. It's 8.2 pounds, literally 8.2 pounds. At 8.2 pounds, you have this little portable power station. 288 watt hours of power, a handle that can fold up or go flat. It's got the 3-prong wall plug charging capability. Standard 2 hours is what they normally say. This one can be actually charged in under an hour and a half. So under an hour and a half, it's a quick charging capability with this 3000 plus. Phenomenal. I love that they have under an hour and a half with this, and it uses the 3-prongs. Bright orange airflow cooling with it. It's got, of course, the AC outlet on the front. The AC outlet's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 600 if you need to on this device. It's got two USB-C ports. One's 100-watt bidirectional. So that 100-watt bidirectional is going to allow you to charge devices off of it, or it's going to allow you to connect your solar panel into it and charge this device off of it. So if you have the 100-watt solar panel plugged into this, under 3 hours is like your charge time with that, which is great. And then it's going to have a 15-watt USB-C port, 15-watt USB-A port, 12-volt 10 amp, and of course the display. Flashlight's a little bit different than some of the others. It's almost more like the 500 that we just showed you. Single brightness and SOS pattern for that. You could run, let's say, a 14 or 15 watt Wi-Fi router for approximately 14 to 15 hours, which is great. It's going to be a phenomenally long runtime with your Wi-Fi if you guys need internet to be ran off of this. For your cell phones, about 13 charges. Maybe your drone batteries 5. House fan, 45-watt house fan could run about 4.5 hours. 300 plus still has app control. So that's the cool part about some of these Jackery power stations, the app control. I can turn on these plugs, turn off the plugs. I can see the battery percentage that's left. I can even get notifications that the battery needs to be charged. And that's kind of cool with that. The capabilities of the 300 plus is the portability with it. Under an hour and a half while charging, 3 hours with the USB-C port. If you had, like, say, like the Mini 40 solar panel, 7.5 hours. The 100-watt solar panel, you guys get the gist, about 3 hours or so with that. 4.5 hours in your car if you want to, but still has very, very silent accessibility. More items you could do, let's say 80-watt laptop could do about 3 hours with that. And that's the cool little piece with this. Now, heating pad, 7 hours, maybe a 10-watt Bluetooth speaker for multiple hours of runtime, your flat screen TV for over 4 hours. The portability of this is just, it's lightweight. I mean, a little over 8 pounds, I can take this anywhere. And that's the cool idea about the 300 plus. If you want the 300 plus, though, it is literally, I think it's $199. It's a 34% savings. We also have the 300 plus with the 100-watt solar panel option. So that would be these two devices right here. Now, when getting these two devices, it's about $398 for the two together. $398, that's a crazy price point. You have a 3-hour charge time out in the sun, out your campsite and everything. It's a great piece of technology. I like the 300 plus with solar panel option. Now, the better option, and I always like this option better, even though the 100 watts going to give you a quicker charge time, for those of you that want a portable idea, it would be this package deal. 300 plus and mini 40 solar panel. So with the mini 40 solar panel, you only have 11 pounds of weight here. 11 pounds is more portable, more accessible for those of you to carry it into camp, hike out in the woods, maybe do a photography shoot, and you want to keep your lights or Keystone lights running. You have the mini 40 solar panel. Fully waterproof, water resistant. It's the size of a 3-ring binder. This is a great idea. Has its own, yeah. And that's the cool idea. It can have the solar panels and the option to have two different ones. This package is like $279. So you guys can get the kind of gist of that. You can get the larger one for $398, or you can get this one for $279. This is my idea. I like this idea. The Mini 40 is phenomenal. So that's the 300 plus packages, which is great options for those of you that need. Now, we were just talking about the 1000 plus, and we're going to show you guys the 1000 plus package that we were talking about. We're going to move up to the 1000 plus over here. We're going to zoom in for you. And hopefully you guys can get a little bit better of a look at the 1000 plus. Now, this is a package deal that's coming in tonight at $1,500. Now, at $1,500, this has their new 100 watt mini solar panels. This is the first device to offer the 100 minis. And I don't even have the 100 minis yet, so I haven't even got to play with them, and that's what I'm saying. 1000 plus station is phenomenal. It's only about 30, I think it's like 39 pounds. With the solar panels, it's less than 52 pounds. Now, 1264 watt hours of power is what this device actually packs. 1264 watt hours of power. 2 USB-C ports that do 100 watts max. 2 USB-A ports. Flashlight that does 3 modes. Low light, high light, SOS pattern. If you need to trigger or warn somebody that you need help, hit the SOS pattern and it's going to work for you. 12 volt 10 amp plug, still digital display, still has app control. 3 AC outlets that do 2000 watts of pure sine wave, can peak at 4000 for you. Now, I'm going to get up here and I'm going to kind of show you guys. We're going to power this up. Now, when I power this up, you guys are going to see it come on. The display will power up. It's going to say 80% battery capacity, right? If I hit the flashlight, it can come on just by a flip of a switch. If I want to go brighter, I can do that as well. If I want to go even brighter, we can do SOS pattern. Individually switch the AC outlets on. Individually switch, of course, the DC outlets on or off. If I want to link up the battery, I grab this linking cable and I can link the cable to it. I'm going to actually link it this one time. Now, I know you guys can't see it. You probably can't hear me because I walked off. But give me 1 second. Let's link this up for you guys. That's what we're going to do. Now, we just linked these two packages or devices together, and it's going to say right here, 1 battery connected, and it will read how many batteries you have connected to the device. Now, I'm going to back it up, and I'm going to show you guys what the battery kind of looks like with, of course, the screen on the battery. So you guys can see right there, it says 100% charged on the battery. So they are now linked together. So if I zoom you guys in, you guys can see that they are now linked. Cool idea is you guys can link up to 3 batteries with this device. Now the 1000 plus kit's coming with 2 of those 100-watt solar panels, which is great. If you had 4 of the 100-watt solar panels, 4.5 hours is your charge time on this device. 4.5 hours. This is one of the first devices that they offered that you can charge it under 2 hours, standard quick charging through the wall plug. I love that. And having that quick charging capability is great. For the RV people that like to travel in your RVs, your motorhomes, your toy haulers, 7 hours on a car charger. That means like if you plugged your car into the cigarette with this. Versatility is definitely there with the 1000 plus kit. EPS, 20 milliseconds switchover, 30 decibels of noise. That's literally library noise. They consider it library. Let's be honest. Have you been in a library lately? It's not that quiet. Your mini fridges, guys, anywhere from 16 to 44 hours, depending on the fridge or mini fridge that you're connected into. Run times will vary on all of the devices that you are trying to use with this. Let's say 1 hour with an electric rice cooker, maybe a little over an hour with 1150 watt window AC. With the extra battery, 2 hours with the window AC, no problem. You guys could do, I want to say maybe 5 hours with the power drill, 2.5 hours with the angle grinder, 3-watt light bulb over 90 hours, 9 to 12 hours with the 100-watt movie projector by itself. 3 hours with the blender if you needed to, or about 29 drone batteries. I mean, hey, just choose. And when I say the 29 drone batteries, that's with the battery, all right? That's the extra battery with this. 1000 plus kit comes with those 2 solar panels at $14.99. So phenomenal product. I really like the versatility of the 1000 plus. That 1000 plus is a really great idea. And then having the extra batteries and stuff, it's even kind of cooler. I really do like that. Hey, my camera just went sideways. What's up with that? Sheila, what are you doing to my camera? So 1000 plus, guys. Any questions about the 1000 plus? Now I can tell you guys, and we're going to pop over here to a video. We're going to grab another device, and I'm going to show you guys this. This is like the 2000 V2. And the 2000 V2, again, connected up to Christmas decorations, inflatable decorations, 87% battery capacity. You're going to notice that it's going to start climbing to about 100 watts of draw. And then it's going to equal out the runtime, and it's going to say about 14 hours of runtime with 100 watts of draw. 14 hours with 100 watts of draw. So that means I'm running all 10 inflatable decorations, all 6 to 7 lights that are connected to it. That's a whole night worth of Christmas decorations and cheerful joy to be had by the neighbors. Same thing with your Halloween decorations. Plug them in, run them off of this. And you have a decent runtime. And of course, the puppo at the end is the golden seal. 1000 plus, guys. Phenomenal. Well done. Yeah, I like that idea. It has its own little solar panel. Let's check all the chats. We do have several chats I'm checking, guys. And of course, because my throat needs a lozenge. All right, no comments at all or questions. Dodo knows. Yeah, it's a floof. You got to boop the floof. That dog's amazing. Can be a little pain, but she's amazing. There's no issues with that dog. I love it. We're going to show you guys a product that's coming in at $159. Now, that's a 39% savings. It's also one of the lighter power stations at 7 pounds. 7-pound power station, guys. Fixed handle. This is the original 300. Now, the original 300 is 293 watt hours of power. Again, has those beautiful silicone pads, the bright orange colorway, and the air vents, their beautiful logo, and multiple ports of connectability. 12-volt 10-amp DC plug hidden under the flap. If you guys need to, of course, turn on the display and you guys can see that we have about 40% battery left on the charge. You have, of course, two AC outlets that do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Unfortunately, it can only peak at 500. If you guys need to plug a hairdryer into it, it's not going to run off of this device. This is a more portable, more acceptable device that can be taken with you and can be used on other devices. Two USB-A ports. Those are 2.4 or 5 volt 2.4 amps. You also have a bidirectional USB-C port. That bidirectional USB-C port is a 60 watt port. 60 watts, guys. Now, you also have the beautiful 8mm plug over here. Now, that 8mm plug is going to allow you to charge this off a wall plug at 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours standard charging. This device does allow for the wall plug and the USB-C port together for a 2-hour charge time. This will allow you to run a Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours without a problem. You want to keep your kids really busy during a power outage, plug their Nintendo Switch into this, and it's going to allow you to run it. No issues. It can do it. 7 pounds, though, it is definitely lightweight. 3.5 hours wall plug, 3.5 hours in your car, or 4.5 hours with a 100-watt solar panel. You have the different options. 15 DSLR batteries. Use it as a weight and start doing arm curls. I'd like to say I could do it with the other arm, but this arm's weak. Super weak. I'm not going to do it with that one. But it is lightweight. You guys can see I'm actually moving it around. Now, here's a cool tidbit of information. Jackery creates these with the drop protection to a certain height. Now, I'm going to say maybe 50 inches max. Probably 32 to 40 is what you want to drop it at. What I can tell you is I dropped this thing at over 7.5 feet. And that's the only market left is that little white ding. That's it. Nothing else. That's all it did to this. Your variations, guys, this is a nice portable 7-pound power station. 7 pounds is all this little thing weighs. So phenomenal little product that's going to work well for you. Your flat screen TV, 4.5 hours of runtime if you wanted to. I like that idea. It's a great piece. And of course, I can sit here and move my hands like I talk with my hands with it in my hand. Sheila, do you got one of these? I know Justin does. If you don't want it for $159, well, why not get it with a solar panel? Now, you can get it with the 100-watt bifacial solar panel. $284 is the price point for this package deal. So $284, that's your price point. $284, you have a great solar panel and a station. Now we have our last smaller station to show you, and this is 240V2. So it is a 240V2. It looks like the 300 Plus. It is 256 watt hours of power, standard 2-hour charge mode and quick charging, or hit it in emergency charge rate and charge it at a 1-hour charge time. The device is only 8 pounds, and now 8 pounds, it is still very lightweight and very acceptable and capable of being taken to wherever you need. 256 watt hours of power for $249, but you guys can get it today for $174. At $174, that is, of course, an amazing smoking deal. With it, has the AC outlet on the front. 300 watts pure sine wave power. Can peak at 600. Has a 100-watt USB-C port that is bidirectional. 100-watt USB-C port. You see where it jumped up there. Has a 15-watt USB-C port and, of course, a 15-watt USB-A port. 12-volt 10-amp plug. Don't put your finger in there. Of course, if it was on, I would be worried. Handle. That folds and can be put away. Silicone pad still on the bottom. Now, like all of the Jackery power stations, they do come with a warranty, so don't worry about it. You have a couple of years with these warranties. So if you need to, reach out to them, and they can help you out in no time with that. That's great. Flashlight, single light mode or SOS pattern. High vis color screen. And still has app control. I like that. Under 2 hours standard. If you need it up an emergency, 1 hour charge rate, which is great. For those of you that want to charge it through the USB-C port by itself, 2 hours, yet again, is your charge time. 2 hours. Crazy. If you had a 100-watt solar panel, I think it's like a 3-hour charge time with the 100-watt solar panel. The Mini 40 is going to be like a 7.5-hour charge time. 12 cell phone charges off of this, maybe 4 drone batteries, 16 hours with the Bluetooth speaker, 14 to 15 hours with your Wi-Fi router, 4.5 to 4 hours with your 45-watt house fan. Same with your flat screen TV if you really wanted to. That same runtime. $174 is your price tag for that device by itself. If you want it with the Mini 40 solar panel, you can get the 240 V2 with the Mini 40 solar panel for $236. Now, it's an 11-pound package with the cabling. So 11 pounds is the package with this. You get that 240 V2, which is great, app controlled. But you're going to get this little notebook-sized solar panel that isn't as small as it looks. I mean, look at the size of that. That actually folds out quite very well. And it's like having 4 sheets of paper out on your piece. Like, just imagine it as a map. When you're done, fold it back up and don't worry about it. Waterproof, water-resistant, IP68 rating. If it's raining, it's snowing, it's not going to hurt it. If it gets dirty, wash it off the hose. It's not going to hurt it. Cable connection is going to be on the back. There is a QR code on the side, which is going to help you with the instruction manuals and to register the warranty for these devices, which is great. Some of these have serial numbers, so check the serial numbers. Others have the QR codes. $236 is what it's going to cost you for the 240 V2 with Mini 40 solar panel. Now, we talked about the 300 Pro package deal. We have the 300 Pro by itself, and that's going to be the same power station right there for $1,500. So you guys can get it for 40% off. So if you need the 3000 Pro, $1,499 is the price tag. Also, remember, if you spend over $2,000 tonight, guys, you can use that 7% discount code and save yourself a few more dollars. So why not save a few bucks and not worry? If you want, you guys can also get the 2000 plus with solar panels. So you guys can get the 2000 plus right there with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels for $18.99. Now, $18.99 is a great price point to be had for that station. So if you're looking for it, 2000 plus. Again, 5 ports of connectability, 3000 watts of power through those, 6000 max. 2000 and, of course, 42 watt hours of power. You guys can run a 200-watt desktop PC for over 12 hours. So 2000 right there isn't a great option for you. Now we're into the product that I really, really love. This is going to be the 5000 plus. Now, this is their newer station. This is their largest option. This is going to be geared towards those of you that want to be off the grid living, or if you guys want to be like, self-sufficient or just want to power your whole home. It is 132 pounds though. The 5000 plus is $3,499. It's a 19% savings. Now, definitely worth that price point. I'm going there. $3,499 is worth that price point. But you're probably like, 132 pounds. How do I move that around? Well, first and foremost, you grab the handle, tip it, and roll it. It's that easy. It takes nothing to move 132 pounds. The way they designed it, it is leveraged perfectly well. Put the handle away, don't worry about it. Now, yes, 132 pounds, some of us may still need to lift it. If we need to do that, grab it, lift it, and we're good to go, right? So you guys can definitely lift it up if you need to. Now, you have multiple ports of connectability. So on the front screen, you're going to have that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug that can be switched on just by hitting a button. Tap it on, it comes on. That's your cigarette lighter adapter. Opposite, you have that big, large screen. You also have two USB-C ports. Those are 100-watt ports. Two USB-A ports at 18 watts max. You have an individual power button on this one. So if you hit the power button, it's going to kick that screen on. It's going to show 72% battery. It's going to show you guys input, output, and it's going to also do the Wi-Fi connectability with this. Now, individually switched means I can actually turn the 12-volt 10-amp plug by itself, or I can hit the AC outlets over here on top of that. If I want to shut the screen off, I just hold the button down and it will power the system off. On the bottom right here are 4 AC outlets. These 4 AC outlets are going to do 7,200 watts of sine wave usability. So 7,200 watts. 7,200 watts is a lot of power to be pulled through the 120 plugs. Now, 120 plugs are beautifully well done, but that is not where they left this station at. That's a cool idea. I like that idea that they have more than just what's on the front panel for this. If I roll it to the side, and I'm going to roll it to the side, you guys are going to see more connectability with this. On this side, you can see the top port. This is an AC expansion port. This AC expansion port is going to do two things. Technically, a couple things. First and foremost, it's going to allow you to link two of these 5,000 plus stations together with the cable if you want. Or it's going to allow you to connect up what's called a smart transfer station. Now, the smart transfer station is a beautiful little piece that they created that's going to allow you to run 12 individual circuits on your home. So you guys can have an electrician connected up, right? By having an electrician connected up, it's going to allow you to connect up, run, of course, all of the devices you need on hand with this. And I like the idea that's going to do that. Just remember, though, you have to have an electrician hook it up. That's just one of those things. So you're going to need that. I'm actually going to grab, let's see if I can find the smart transfer station. I'm going to grab the smart transfer station. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So this is the smart transfer station. This is what your electrician's going to hook up, right? By doing this and having it connected up to your circuit breaker box in your home, you can run 12 individual circuits. And it has 12 individual breaker points that you guys can add the 12 breakers, which is great. Individual grid switch, so you guys can shut the grid off, or if it trips the grid, you have theirs as well. Down below, it's going to show AC1 and AC2. That's, of course, machine 1, machine 2. You're going to have, of course, the error modes and grid modes. So if you guys need to see grid or error, it'll show that. You have a power/pause and resume button. By pressing this button or flipping these switches, you can then disconnect the system and take the system with you. Now with that, these have, of course, a really great little pieces with that. And that's going to allow you to run those devices. Now that device does not come with the station. You do have to buy it separately. Below that are two NEMA style plugs, 14-30, 14-50. These two plugs are dual voltage style. So 120, 240 volt plugs. So you guys can technically plug it into your RV, your motorhome, or you can run your central AC off of it, or even your house dryer by plugging it into the NEMA style plugs, 14-30, 14-50. I love that idea that they have that for you guys if you need. So you have the connectability or runnability to be connecting up and using that with this. So they thought about those of you that wanted to do that. And that's the great idea of the capabilities and expandability with this. Now, with it being said, and we're going to kind of hopefully mention a few things on this. Now, I'm going to talk about direct power for your RV. So if you use the 14-50 plug, the 14-50 plug is going to need an adapter called the NEMA TT30. Now, by using the NEMA TT30 with the 14-50, you guys can connect that up there. And it's going to allow you to, of course, connect into your motorhome or your RV and run those. If you use the NEMA the L14-30 plug, which is that top one, You're going to still need the NEMA TT30, but you're going to need the L14-30 to NEMA TT30 adapter to connect up to and power through that. And it will allow you to do that, so they added that in there. And that's a great little option with this to be had. I love that they did that. Now, because of that, they added 4 individual reset buttons. So if you guys trip the reset, you guys can actually just reset it by pressing the button. They want to make sure you're actually safe. Now below, you guys can actually see the large wheels and the casters on the device and the air cooling technologies with this as well. And you can see the handle that's going to allow you to lift it. Now here's where it gets better. That's not all that has on this device. On the opposite side, on the bottom, is going to be your DC expansion port. This DC port is going to allow for you to connect up to batteries. Now, the station itself is 5,040 watt hours of power by itself. Add 5 batteries and you have 30 kilowatts of power, a little over 30 kilowatts. We're going to go there. Now, with it, you guys can actually do that. Now, you have your wall plug. This is your 3-prong wall plug. Using the 3-prong wall plug, you guys can charge at 1,800 watts on this device. Now, at 1,800 watts, it's going to be about a 3.5 hour charge time. Decent charge time for 5,040 watt hours of power. Underneath this panel, we're going to pop it off. You're going to have this bright green and red switch. By flipping this switch to the side, I have just now activated the high power solar array plugs. Now, the high power solar array plugs will connect up to your large 4,000 plus watt hour panels arrays. It's going to be like the ones you have in your home that you have professionally installed. The ones on those movable devices out in your yard. It will charge at 4,000 watts. That's under 2 hours fully charged. You're good to go. When standard in mode like this is going to run the 8020 DC plugs. This is your low power solar array. That is a 1,200 watt charging power connectability. Now at 1,200 watts, it's going to be about a 5 hour charge time. 5 hours isn't that bad at all. Now with the smart transfer station that we were just talking about on this device, I'm going to move this back to the front. With the smart transfer station, you guys can actually charge it at 5,000 or 4,000 watts. Again, under 2 hours of charging capability. That's beautiful. I love that idea. So that's going to be a phenomenally great idea to be had with that, right? It's just perfectly set. Now, the multiple ways of charging, of course, and then you have smart app control. Your smart app control is going to allow you to do generation and consumption of solar array, and that means you guys will see the consumption that you're using off the solar or the battery. It's also going to allow you to see the generation that your solar array is using. It's also going to allow you to see generation and consumption from your electric grid. Now, what that means is you guys can prioritize solar or off-peak charging to charge or run off of the system when your electric company gives you the cheapest power. Your electric company will charge you more during peak hours. Like right now is technically ended peak hours. Most people are in bed, so the peak hours are ending. Before this, from like let's say 4 to 9 is peak hours. Electric company charges you more for that, and that's kind of one of them things. Now with it, you guys can actually have the expandability. You guys could run a flat screen TV for about 2 days off of this. You could run, let's say, a 100 watt mini fridge for about 110 hours. You could do your house dryer and dry your clothes for about 3 hours off of this. Your central AC can run for about 2 hours. Your 1150 watt window AC can be ran over 4.5 hours. Your 520 watt fridge should be able to run most of the day on this on hand. The capabilities of this device are definitely endless and have a lot of usage with this. Now, you guys can run your refrigerators, your microwaves, your coffee pots, your tea kettles, your freezers. It has all of those options. You can run quite a bit with it with no quarrels. From your 60 watt house fan can run for, a long period of time. And here's where it gets even better. By itself, 5,040. Add 5 batteries, you have 30 kilowatts of power. By itself, it's a couple days of runtime. With the 5 batteries, that's at least 7 days of runtime off most of your home appliances, right? By linking a second station and, of course, 10 batteries, you're going to have, of course, 15 days of runtime and 60 kilowatts of power. 60 kilowatts of power. That's an amazing amount of power in a system of this style. And that's the great idea with this. So portable, power, accessible. It can be ran and used at home. But here is the better kicker. Most of these other stations work at what's called a 20 milliseconds of switchover time. And that's a standard switchover time. It's a really, really quick switchover time. When you connect up to a smart transfer station and you switch over the switch, it has a 0 milliseconds switchover. Your power goes out, you do not lose power on your data systems, your home servers, your medical equipment, your CPAP machines, your refrigerators. All stay working in your PCs. Do not flicker or lose power. It is still running constantly without an issue. $3,499 is your price point, but you guys can use that 7% discount code and save 7% off. That is your package by itself. Now, here's the cool part. You guys can get this with what they call is the 500X solar panel. That's their new solar panel. Normally, it's a $5,200 price tag. It is $39.99 tonight. Now, $39.99 is a great price point, and that panel is a phenomenally large panel. I'm going to show you guys a video of this. This is that 500X panel. It is made from 6 85-watt panels that link together. It's approximately 98 inches long, but when folded up, it's about 4.5 inches thick, right? Folded up. It is set up to be like an accordion. It's going to come with all of the bracketry to set it up, and the screws and hardware, and even the screwdriver to do that. When you have it set up, it will sit at a 25-degree angle to allow you to charge at the most amount of charge with this, which is great. That 500X is going to come in a package deal with, of course, the 5,000 plus. $3,999 is a great, great price point to be had. Now, I've used the 500 to do testing. I actually tested it to see the 0 milliseconds switchover. Did it with the air purifier. Did it with the AC. And it works just like it says. It's great that it does that. The better part is it can run mostly everything that you can ever want without a problem. Hey, thanks, Phil. I appreciate you popping that up and hanging it out with me. So any questions about the 5,000 plus, guys, ask away. While I pop lozenge and take a sip of water. I'm not seeing any questions tonight, so hey, we're going to keep this moving. We're going to talk about solar panels, and we're going to talk about the 100-watt solar saga. This is a very versatile and beautiful solar panel. This solar panel is bifacial. It comes with the 10-foot cable. But it is lightweight and portable. So lightweight and portable. You guys can take this pretty much wherever you want. Now with this, it's going to have some pressed rings. These rings are allowing you guys to tie it down so the wind does not blow it away, which is cool. It's got pressed snap rings, right? So these are pressed in snap rings that are going to hold in, or of course, hold the fabric handles. Snap rings to hold it closed. It's got 2 beautiful little kickstands. So the kickstands allow you to set it up at a 25-degree angle to get the most out of this. Bifacial charging. That means it charges from both sides. When you pop it open, you're going to be greeted with the blue side, but you're also going to be greeted with the black side. Now, the black side is what you're going to angle at the sun. And that's because it's going to get the most of that solar with it. When you pop it out, it is a quad panel, but it is a trifold design. This panel is rather long. You guys can see it's reaching back to the 3000 Pro back there, which is phenomenal. When I bring it over here, you guys can actually see the monocrystalline solar cells. Now, this is, of course, a beautiful solar panel at a phenomenal price point. but it is IP68 rated. Now, IP68 rating means it's fully waterproof, water resistant, can be left out in the rain, left out in the snow. It's not going to hurt the product whatsoever. If it's in a dust storm, take a hose to it, wash it off, you're back up and running without a problem. This will work with the 100 plus all the way up to the 5000 if you need to. Just use your adapters, and it's going to come with an 8020 7909 plug. For those of you that need the USB-C plug adapter, it may come with that as well. If you're traveling with it, fold it up and don't worry about it. Now, you're going to get 100 watts of charging at 18 volts and max sun rate. If you guys are in low sun time, like overshadowed skies, it will still do a 25% charge rate with this. So you still have that option of doing up to about 25% in overcast skies, shadowy skies. This is a great little piece, nice, portable, acceptable, and actually at a great price point. I believe that panel is like, I'm actually going to make sure the price before we talk about it. I think it's like $299. If you join Prime, it's like $209. So you guys can get this panel for like $209. So great little price point with that. Phil, you put the kids to bed already? I was going to let them stay up all night with me. The kids were like, we want to stay up all night, Dad. It's summer vacation. No way. But it's summer vacation. You let them stay up all night and they sleep all day. Up next is going to be the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel. They have a full day at camp. Well, then they could sleep through camp. This is the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel. Now, this is a 21 pound solar panel. What I can tell you though is we actually have in the carousel is the bifacial solar panel. I don't have the bifacial 200 watt solar panel, so I do apologize for that. With the bifacial solar panel, it's going to come with, of course, the 10-foot cable like this. It's going to charge from both sides. It's still going to be a very large cable. It's 92 inches long. Now, 92 inches long is definitely a long cable. This one they claim will do 26.7% efficiency in charging and even low light settings. Now, 25% is what I'm going to tell you guys. They say about 26%. IP68 rated, so fully waterproof, water resistant. This will work with the 1000s all the way up to the 5000 if you need. It's going to do 200 watts of charging for you if you need to with that. If you had 6 of these on, let's say, the 2000 Pro, the 2000 Plus, the 3000s, you guys will get about a 2-hour charge time. The 3000 is going to be about 2.5 hours. Now, portability, sunlight angle indicator, so you guys angle it properly and you guys have the capability of running it. I wished I had this one to show you. I don't have this, but it's a phenomenal one. Now, depending on the station you're connecting it up to, if it's like the 600 plus up to the 5000 plus, it's going to use the 8020 adapter for that. So you should be good with that one. Now, great little piece, awesome little option. It's approximately, if I can remember correctly, it's $699. My bad. $699 right now. I thought it was different. My bad. Let's go back here. Let's make sure. Yeah, $699. All right. Just wanted to make sure for you guys. So, beautiful little piece. Great little option for those of you that want a solar panel like that. Can I go to camp too? I want to go to camp. All right, Mini 40. The Mini 40 is a really, really great solar panel for those of you that want to have something portable that can fit in a backpack. Guys, hang it off your backpack. It is lightweight. It's 2.5 pounds. Now, at 2.5 pounds, this is going to do 40 watts of charging, but it is only 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide. Now, it is a 1/2 inch thick with this, of course, as well. Now, Beautiful, beautiful logo, magnetic clasp, still has the pressed rings for you. On the back, magnetic clasp. When you pop it open, you guys are going to notice it's a trifold design, but it is a quad panel. Now, quad panel, 4 panels long. This is beautiful. You don't have to use all 4 because if you guys want to just strap it to your backpack while you're hiking, snap 2 of those closed and allow it to charge at like 20 watts. You guys get where I'm going at. It's going to use half of the panels while you're walking. If you're taller than 6 foot, allow all 4 panels to hang off of you while you're hiking. Now, it may get annoying that it's flapping against you with all 4, so snap it together and do that. Or just use it. Now, IP68 rating, like all of their devices, that IP68 rating is amazing rating to be had. Fully waterproof, water resistant. You guys can dunk this in the tub, it's not going to hurt it. It gets dirty, spray it with the hose, wash it off. It's going to clean it. This thing is going to work with the 100 Plus all the way up to the 300s. This is a nice portable device. Now, yes, you guys could use it on the 500 if you wanted to. It's just going to take a really long time to charge the 500. This is a great little option for those of you that want a portable power solar panel at $79. It's a 39% savings. And at 2.5 pounds, you guys can carry this anywhere. I'm sure you can join the kids, let them tackle you. Nope, I don't like pools. I don't swim, buddy. I don't want to swim. Nope. You can't make me go swimming. All right, we have one more solar panel to show you guys, and I'm going to grab the hardware kit for this. I accidentally set it, put it away. We're going to talk about the 100 Prime. The 100 Prime is their tempered glass version. Now, the 100 Prime is a very beautiful solar panel. Now, with that, you're going to have a hardware kit to mount this. It's considered a DIY solar panel. It's going to come with 4 Z brackets. Now, they call it a Z bracket because it looks like a Z, right? But with that, you're going to set it just like this, and the solar panel will set right on that. But you have mounting points. You have 2 pre-drilled holes right here. That's going to allow you to mount this to your surface of your motorhome, your RV, your house, or your shed. It's also going to have 1 more pre-drilled hole that's going to allow you to do the nut and bolt hardware connection. It's got, of course, the nice little bracing to butt the actual device too. You get 4 of these stainless steel rust-free devices. You're going to get all of the nuts and bolts and washers to mount said hardware, which is all stainless steel hardware. So you guys have that, and it's also got the beautiful, beautiful locking nuts for those. You're going to get all of the self-tapping screws as well. Now, these self-tapping screws are amazingly beautiful. For that reason, it's got the drill bit tip. So you got that drill bit tip that's going to allow you to go into metal, wood, and all of those other surfaces. It is a fine thread, and of course, I'm trying to get it to zoom in there. Fine thread on this. Now, the fine thread is going to be perfect for the RV, your motorhomes, your makeshift Volkswagen buses, or your cars or other pieces. Because it's a fine thread, it will go through that thin metal and will still not strip, and that's a great idea. It has washers built on. Those washers are going to help keep it water sealed. Would I recommend still use sealant caulking or like gasket material to make sure it's sealed properly? I mean, honestly, it's your motorhome, your RV. Take the extra steps to protect yourself, right? Now, you're going to get, of course, the cabling, and the cable is permanently connected to the device. So you don't have to worry about losing the cable with this. Remember, though, it is a tempered glass panel, so be careful with it. Don't be like me and dropping it all the time on stream. Now, this is a little bit bigger of a panel, and you guys can see it is a large glass panel. And if I tap it, you guys can see this. This panel does not fold up. This is more for those permanent fixtured style places. So if you guys want to permanently fix it. Metal housing all the way around. Of course, painted and stainless, so you don't have to worry about it rusting. This is a tempered glass system that's going to charge on both sides. On the back side, you're going to have pre-drilled holes all the way around the housing to mount your hardware, those brackets that we just saw. Now that is where you're going to put your nut and bolt through to connect up to those brackets. You're also going to see right here your 10-foot cable. This cable is bound up with the wire tie. It's got an Anderson clip end, and the Anderson clip end will allow you to connect up to or connect to a Y splitter. By doing that, it's going to allow you to connect up to multiple of these devices. So let's say you want to use 10 of these 100-watt panels, connect up to the 5,000 plus. You could do that. Okay, don't worry about it. And of course, if you did 12 of them, that would be your 1,200 watts of charging capability. Why split it with the Anderson clip? It's going to come with an adapter. The adapter is going to be the 7909 adapter. You guys can get the 8020 plug adapter if you need. It is out there. And it is permanently connected. Do be careful with the cabling. I mean, it's connected up to the top, but you want to be kind of cautious. And I can kind of bring it down there so you guys can see that right there. And you guys can see the pre-drill holes. Now your bifacial charging, because it has two-sided charging, it needs to be mounted at a 25-degree angle, even if it's on your patios or anything. If you have it at that degree angle, it's going to give you a great charge rate at about 25%, even in low light settings. If you don't or can't set it that way, you guys can definitely mount it flat. By mounting it flat, it's going to be about a 23% efficiency in converting light to power in low light settings. And standard 100% light, it's going to charge at the 100 watts without a problem. And it's going to do it well. This is $179. This is a smoking deal of a solar panel. Now, $179, you just got to remember, it is a glass panel. So you got to be very, very cautious and careful with the panel. And don't drop it like I keep doing. I'm surprised I haven't broke this. Me being me. Now, because it's tempered glass, if it does break, it's going to break in cubes. You don't have to worry about it. Any questions about any of those solar panels that we just showed you? Let's check. I don't see any questions. Hey, buddy, thanks for posting all of those links, my guy. I appreciate that, Phil. All right, I'm not seeing no questions, so we have a few more minutes left of the show. I'm going to circle back around to some of the more prominent or the better deals of tonight. We're going to talk about like the 1000 V2 real quick and all of that. So you guys can get the 1000 V2 tonight at a phenomenal price point. That's right. 1000 V2. You guys can get that bad boy of a system for a smoking deal. What? Yeah, you heard me, guys. You guys can get the 1000 V2 for $399. That's a 50% savings. But if you use the discount code we have for you guys tonight, you guys can get it for $379. Now, $379 is going to give you guys an amazing little power station on this table. It's going to be these two on the end. So let's talk about these two. You have 1,070 watt hours. Whoa, that camera just went sideways. 1,070 watt hours of power for $379. It's a crazy, crazy deal that Jackery did for you guys. So you guys have that deal, and it can be done. Phenomenally well done deal. I love this deal. Now, you're going to get a quick charge time of 2 hours. It's got, of course, a 1 hour quick emergency situation charging, and it's going to have multiple connections. You have 3 AC outlets that do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave. Can peak at 3,000 if you need to, guys. 2 USB-C ports, USB-A port, 12-volt 10-amp plug. You have the flashlight and app control. Now, with it, you have a 24-pound system. At 24 pounds, it's very, very accessible. Now, we've been using this station for pretty much most of these shows this week and then some. What I'm going to show you guys is, I'm going to turn the screen on, and let's see what battery percentage we have. 68%. Now, when we started this show this evening, I think it was about 73 or 74%. So it has dropped down there, but we still have a nice long run time. We should be able to run at least another 18 to 19 hours without an issue. So that's the cool part. App controlled means I can turn on all these plugs, turn off these plugs by the app. I can turn on the flashlight and everything in between. It's a great little product and a phenomenal price point. By itself, $379 with our discount code, or you guys can get it with the 200-watt solar panel. If you guys are Prime members and you want it with the 200-watt solar panel, it's going to be $664. It's still a great price point to be had at a great deal, so definitely check that out. Now, if you want the big brother right next door, you guys can get the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is going to be like a normal $1,500 price tag. Tonight, with our discount code, it's going to be $799. If you don't use the discount code, I'm going here. You guys, we're going to have to pay $849. So $849 if you're a Prime member. Use the discount code. Save yourself a little bit of money. Now, with that, you have app control where I can actually show you guys how the app works. I can turn SOS pattern on. So if I want to turn the SOS on, just like that. I want to do standard high light LED. I can do that. I want to do just low light. We can do that as well. If I want to turn on the display, I can hit the display and turn on AC outlet at the same time. I want to shut off the AC outlet. I can do that. If I want to shut off the screen, we can shut off the screen with this device. Again, it's a standard 2-hour quick charge mode with this. So 2 hours, it's charged, you're good to go. 1 hour emergency charge rate. Now, this is a 39-pound power station. So it does weigh a little bit, but at 2,042 watt hours of power and the same amount of connections and ports as the 1000 V2. You have the 2 USB-C ports, the USB-A port, and the 3 AC outlets. Now, the 3 AC outlets are going to do 2,200 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 4,400. But at $799, you're getting a phenomenal deal that can run a 200-watt desktop PC for about 12 hours. Can't go wrong with that. And it's a great product. Now, remember, the 2000 V2 actually comes with a free gift. The free gift, if you guys want, is the E290. It is limited, and I believe there's just a little bit of stock left with that. So if you guys want that free gift, make sure to grab it and purchase it. So that's where you guys are going to be. If you want the 2000 V2 with solar panels, it's going to be about $1,300. So you guys can get the 2000 V2 with the 200-watt solar panels for like $1,300. It's a 49% savings, 48 or 49% savings. I can't remember. But phenomenal price point. If those aren't the variations of stations you want, you guys can also get like the 3000 Pro kit. Now, the 3000 Pro kit is going to be that beautifully large station right there. So you guys can get the 3000 Pro at a crazy price point of $1,799 tonight. So $1,799, you're getting 3,024 watt hours of power, but you're also getting 2 of the 200-watt solar panels. Now, that's a great idea. It's a phenomenal product that's going to do well for a lot of you, and it's an amazing station. It's got 5 AC outlets, 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, 6,000 max, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports. Can be used with, of course, a manual transfer station. That means you guys can connect it up to your actual house and run your circuits off of that. Now, remember, the manual circuits or manual transfer station has a minimum of, I think, like 6 circuits on it with theirs. But you have the options to do that, which is kind of cool with this. And a great price point to be had as well. Now, the last one I'm going to round this out with is going to be that 5,000 again, guys. Because the 5,000 is a great deal to be had tonight. You guys can get it for $29.99. Now, Fernando just shared that code for you guys. For $29.99, you're getting a $4,300 power station, right? You're getting a crazy deal right there. This thing is a beast of a station. 5,040 watt hours of power in a 132-pound package. 132-pound package. Now, if you guys bought it just as standard price off of Amazon, it's like $34.99. You guys can get it for $29.99 with our discount code, live 5,000. Now, because it's over $29.99, remember there's a 7% discount code as well. 7% discount code. Save an extra few bucks. Now with it, 5,040 watt hours of power that can be charged in 4 different ways. 4 AC plugs on the front. It's also got, of course, 2 AC plugs on the side. Those are NEMA 14-30 and NEMA 14-50. Those are 120 and 240 volt charging capable. Can be used with the smart transfer station hooked up to your electric grid and can be connected up to 12 individually circuits. Now on top of that, you guys can actually connect up to 5 batteries with the system. It can also be charged off high power solar array, low power solar array, or your wall plug capabilities. This is an amazing little station that can run your home for a couple days by itself or up to 15 days with 2 stations and 10 batteries. If you want to use 1 station, of course, and 5 batteries, you're going to have at least 7 days of runtime with most of your standard appliances. Connect up to, of course, solar panel charging, and you guys have an endless amount of power and capabilities of running to be had. Now, it is 132 pounds, so they added a handle that, of course, folds up and in and out the back, but also has large wheels that you guys can roll it around. So there are your deals of the night, and, of course, for Prime, if you guys need. Now, this is the point that I'm going to ask, is there is any more questions before we go? Now, I will share all of these codes one last time for you guys tonight in chat on our side as well, so you guys have these codes one more time. Now, with that, it's going to be the beautiful codes that you guys can use to get price percentages. I like this. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, Phil. I will be back tomorrow morning with another stream, so we will be back tomorrow morning. Poor Fernando, he's going to be tired. So there are your guys' codes for that with that. Now, if you haven't, hit the live follow button. Hit that live notification button. You guys will know when we go live. I will be back tomorrow at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern. With that, we're going to be doing another stream. Donald, I appreciate that. Truly, truly do. I thank you. Hey, thanks for the follow. I do appreciate that. Now, like I said, guys, these deals are going to be lasting. We got more streams coming up this week. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Now, for those of you, we will see you guys then. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys on the next show. Later, everybody.